Hello there, and welcome back to my channel. It's Lisa, and today we're going to work on an art journal page. Yes, we're going to finish this one. I chose this one just because it was in the beginning of this book, and I thought, here we go. I'm going to use my Make Art Station from Wendy Vecchi to keep my page there in the front adhered down. Because I'm using the front of the book, I wanted to be careful with that so it would stayed nice and flat. I'm showing you here some stencils that I have, and these are from Dylusions, and these are little cutouts, and I'm going to see if I can incorporate some of these products into my piece today. I really wasn't sure what I was doing. I know I say that every single time. I apologize. I need some new stuff to say, right? Well, anyways, it's the truth. And I'm going to use this stencil. It's by Crafter's Workshop. I'll try to find it and link it below. And I'm going to add some of this great texture to the back of the page. And I'm using my favorite Dylusions paint and some of the foam sponges. The Dylusions paint is cheddar, and I'm just going to add some more interest to this background. And I'm using the foam sponges on the applicator like I learned from Dyan Reaveley with Dylusions. And like I said, it does really use less and less paint. So here I had more paint on my paint palette, so I was going to go ahead and put that on another art journal background and start another one. Well, I think this one's going to be really cool. Look at that awesome background. So I think that this is going to be the last one of the series again. I'm going to stop for the month of June, and I will try to come back in August. I'm going to take 2 months off with this series, and I'm going to fill some other things in for the Saturday video. And some Saturdays I might not be back at all. I need to focus on growing my channel. I need to focus on getting people to visit my blog, and I am working on some online classes. So be patient, stay with me. You know how to get a hold of me, and just want to let you know that there won't be another finishing background series until the 1st of August. And hopefully everything will work out just fine, and we'll get back to working on some of those. Okay, this stencil that I'm using is by Tim Holtz, and it's a Stampers Anonymous. I have it here on my desk, and I'm guessing it's called Brick, but I am not 100% sure because it doesn't have the names on them. And the paint that I'm using is Eggplant, and that's by Dylusions. I'll list it below. And then we're going to work with another stencil, and it's by Tim Holtz, and it's a Stampers Anonymous, and it has the letters and numbers. So again, I'll link it below for you. Don't worry about it. And I'll also link these little people cutouts that you can use with your art. I was just changing this one here. I wanted the big body from this one to be on the big head from the other one. Now I'm going to save those scraps. I'm going to put them right back in with my die cuts that I have here. And then while I was thinking about it, I'm like, hey, she needs some legs. She needs some arms. So I'm going to use this border stencil. It's called Border It by Dylusions, and it fits perfectly in your little art journals. And I'll link above this area here to one of the art journal projects that I had, where you can see how I added it to my little traveler's journal, if you would, or a little journal that has all my supplies so that when I want to go on a little trip, I can use these stencils, work on backgrounds, and have all kinds of fun with using these. They're very portable. So I'm just going ahead and I'm using some of Dylusions black marble paint, and this covers that background really, really well using those foam tools and the applicator. I think that looks really cool. Just giving that stencil a little wipe with my paper towel to get off some of that paint before I put it back into my traveler's journal to store it. So I'm covering up that blotch that I had there on the left-hand side, and I'm looking for some legs. And what I did was dug out one of my little folders that I had, and I had cut out a lot of different images of legs and arms and people and faces and all kinds of things like that. So I dug them out, and right now I'm just using my glue stick to put down those images. So that's kind of a fun thing to do if you don't know what to create. Start going through some magazines and just ripping out different things that give you some type of inspiration, and then later down the road, there you go, you'll have them all ready for you. So that's really exciting. And here I'm using that stencil, and I'm using a finger dauber, and I'm going ahead and putting that same Dylusions paint through the stencil. And the sentiment that came to me was keep moving forward, because that's where what I need to keep doing. I need to keep moving forward. Don't let these small hurdles get me down. I need to keep moving forward to grow my channel. I am not going to give up. I do not want to give up. So I'm going to keep moving forward. Now this thing that I'm using down at the bottom here is called a journaling plate, I believe. And it is by Dylusions also. And I will make sure I link it for you below. It's a heavy duty plastic, and it has great angles. It's got circles. It's got a ruler on the side, and it even will hold acrylic stamps when you're doing projects and you need just to stick down some stamps and working on things like that. It's really great. And like I said, it's by Dylusions. Now, my marker that I was using there was a black Posca paint marker, and it is a 1 MR. So MR, I'm not sure what measurement that is, but again, I'll link it below for you. And here I'm using that black paint and a finger dauber, and just quickly filling in that bottom and top area where I gave that a little bit of cool border there. I just thought it needed something to frame it. And like I said, I'm using that Make Art Station by Wendy Vecchi, and look how nice it's holding my book in place. It's hard to work on a book when it's so uneven like that. This is only like the second page in the book, and the other side is very, very thick. So it makes it really, really nice and easy to work on things like that. So I had some other ideas. I was going through those papers, like I said, for the arms and the legs, and you'll see me adhere those down with my glue stick. And then I was coming across some words, and it said, or what? So my sentiment says, keep moving forward, or what? And as I'm cutting those legs out here, I wanted to show you that there's a little pigeon that were underneath the legs. And I thought, I'm going to use that too in my project. So back to the or what. So the or what to me was saying, what's going to happen if you don't keep moving forward? You know, and I thought, well, that was just, you know, somebody, you know, I don't know if you believe in higher powers. I guess we all do, especially what we've gone through. is just telling me, or what are you going to do if you don't keep moving forward? And so I thought I would journal on this page with my white Posca paint marker in the black border and just list the things that I thought would happen if I didn't keep moving forward. And I did it real loose and quick so that you really couldn't understand. It's kind of personal. But some of the things that I put was like letting down my subscribers, not doing justice to my dreams and my beliefs on what I was going to do with this channel. So that's what I'm doing in the border of that page, and I thought it turned out really cool. It's a little bit of doodling type thing, and yet it has quite a bit of meaning for the piece. Just putting those arms on, and doesn't that just give the whole piece some fun movement? Those arms, looks like the person's kind of like dancing and definitely moving, that's for sure. Sticking everything down before I use my Posca paint marker and going around all the edges. Now there's that pigeon, and I thought I would put that on top of the keep, like the pigeon is on top of a billboard or something. It just, I thought it looked really kind of cute, and it just looked like it belonged on this piece. So, pigeon on top of the P. P for pigeon. Cute, huh? Those little details in things are what really makes your piece, your art, yours. And see how it looks with the or what down there? I think that looks really cool. So now I'm going to use my Posca paint markers, and I'm going to do some doodling, and I'm going to go around all of the pieces of art on there with that black and outline them, and it really gives it great dimension. Here I'm using some of my Jane Davenport watercolor markers, and I thought a pop of green would work. And also I add some fuchsia color to the lips and a little bit to the headpiece that the person is wearing. Here's where I'm doing that little scribbling journaling. And you'll see the up-close pictures at the end like I always do. And you want to make very, very sure that all your paint and your glue is dry, because you'll wreck these markers, and they're like, maybe $5 to $10 a piece. They work absolutely great unless you're writing on wet paint or glue. They will be wrecked, and then you will be sad. Here I just couldn't think of what to write, so just, was taking a little bit of time there. Well, I'm so glad that we finished another art journal page together. I have lots of ideas and fun things coming up, so I'm not going away. I'm just not committing to every Saturday. And the art journal background series is definitely an every Saturday thing. The people that love it, I know that they keep coming back. Now I want to see some of these finished art journal pages. You can send them to me. Go on my Facebook page, or you can go on my email and send me some of those pictures. I would absolutely love to see some. Thank you so much for hanging with me, and we will be back again the first weekend of August, for some more of the art journal page backgrounds, finishing those backgrounds. Thanks so much, and have a great, great summer, and we will see you again soon.